I usually don't do videos at night. Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro having a beef. Two right-wing commentators. So Tucker Carlson is saying Ben Shapiro and others are taking a risk, and then the real danger is with Nikki Haley and Ben Shapiro, and they're talking about war. He said that he's got like 3 sons that are of draft age and all this stuff. And it gets me because I was getting ready to fuel, and it hit me. I was like, it's almost that conservatives, it's like they're wrestling over a pistol, and they're playing with a pistol, like little boys, playing with their daddy's gun. And they just realized, or one of them realized, there's a bullet in the head, like there's a magazine full of bullets. The bitch is cocked back, and one of them has their finger on the trigger and is actually pulling the gun. And I think that's how I feel. And I always say white supremacy, it's about, willingness to actually lose everything. And people start Carlson is smarter because of this. He's not. And the beautiful thing is, the Republicans are going to call him, they're going to say he's a liberal, you're a pinko, you're a liberal because of this. He makes a point, but this is what I say often about Trump, is that Trump influenced this kind of stuff. And that this kind of stuff didn't come out of nowhere. Rocket Man and other things Trump did, killing Soleimani. Trump did a lot of reckless things when he was in office. It's facts. That could have went one way or the other. Several times he did some dangerous stuff. And it's almost like Tucker, I know he gets it because he considers Trump to be a demonic figure, which he is. But it's amazing that, you don't understand that, these kind of things, this is the way things are. Yeah, he doesn't get it. Trump influenced this type of rhetoric. Trump influenced a rhetoric that was dangerous on his head. He influenced this kind of wild talk. People loved him for it. And I think about the famous meme about Nancy Reagan. And it says, I didn't care about Parkinson's until Ronnie got it. I didn't care about gay people and AIDS until my daughter came out as gay. That's how Republicans are. As I said, it's like kids playing with a gun, and one of them just realized that, hey, the gun is loaded, and there's a bullet in the head, and one of us is pulling the trigger. Yeah, it is dangerous, and I was thinking too, before I got to the fuel, the beauty of this is it shows you Trump divided the party. He did. That all this true social shit and all this really was, he divided the party in many ways, which is my hope. My hope was all along was to divide the party and to have a party of George Santos, people who are just in there for crooked means, to make money and scheme, because that kind of stuff has no legacy. Yeah, it's crazy, and people don't like it. It's disgusting. But it's important that that's the, I don't care about Martell Green and Lauren Boebert because they didn't do it. They didn't really alter any bills. They just made a bunch of noise. They're like the sniper that can't shoot in Vietnam. They say, don't shoot them because the replacement might be able to shoot somebody. Yeah, that's what they are. They just make a lot of noise. And when Lauren Boebert's out here vaping at a play, Beetlejuice, with her boobs all out, and a man trying to snatch her boobs out of her damn bra in front of a bunch of kids. Martha Green fucking every man in the gym she was in. It's beautiful. They're talking about all this sin, but then they're doing it. What happened to adultery? I don't know. That's a sin, ain't it? Maybe I'm reading a different Bible, I guess. I need to read that Bible again, I guess. Maybe you need to read that Bible again. I always respect religion and spirituality. I will never respect people who are building a political campaign off of hatred. That's something that I can't do. Will never do. So, Trump divided the party. He didn't unite it. And all this true social stuff and all this, it didn't catch on. And all this whole era is like right wingers, like, okay, with the Budweiser, the beer thing, they were like, all right, we're gonna make our own beer. It's like $26 for a 6-pack. And I didn't go anywhere. Candace Owens said we're gonna have our own bank. What happened with that? Martha was a Lauren Booker had a little restaurant. Everybody had guns. Did horribly. She lost the restaurant. Like, I love it. Everything these people are doing right now fails. It fails, and to see people fighting. People who are supposed to be, the next generation of conservatism fighting is a beautiful thing, because it means there's no future to this. When I look at stuff like, on the left, you don't see that. I get the feeling even disagreements that Cornel West has with Joe Biden, after it's all said and done with, I think they can still walk into a restaurant and shake hands. You know what I mean? Tucker Carlson is simply recognizing the danger of Republicans and of their rhetoric and of what they're doing. He simply recognized what the rest of us recognize. And whether it was the emails where he talks about calling Trump a demonic figure, other things like that, these Republicans, their bark don't match that bite. No. They after January 6th, he was gonna go into real estate, and he was thinking that it was gonna be over with. He thought there'd be a giant reversal. People would be pissed about it, and they're not. It shows you that this is all a right wing grip. Like I said about Cheney and Ian Coulter speaking out against Trump. They're rhinos. Yeah, Trump got their rhinos. But the important part of it is these are people who want to continue making money the way they've been making. There's a huge grift with these quackers. What the LBJ said back in the day? That you make the lowest white man think he's better than the highest black man. He get everything he got. He'll let you pick his pocket. He'll give everything he's got. He was right. All the horrible shit LBJ did. He gave you the game. He gave you the game even back then. It's still true today. Those people, they want to continue being invited to talk on TV. They want to continue being up there at these giant, round table meetings where they get to sit there and cross their legs and talk, use big words, and then they get to talk about the book they wrote and go to book site. They want to continue. There's a huge grift with right wingers. They want to continue that. And Ann Coulter and Liz Cheney know that what Trump is doing, his whole thing was to make fascism normal, like make fascism just like Democratic politics and Republican politics. But in the end, what he's really done is destroy the Republican Party. He's made it into his party. He didn't make it anything. He fractured it. He fractured, what I mean to say. And that they recognize the long-term damage of that, of just denying climate change and denying these things. That's bad for their money, for their grift. And look at this last week. Look at this last week. Now DeSantis is saying, hey, let's roll back the book bans. Now they got Putin talking about he hopes Biden gets elected. Now, it seems like this whole right-wing era has ended. I could be wrong. I look at politics in phases. I could be wrong, but it seems like this whole trans, gay people, that era seems to be running out of fuel. It's running out of gas. It's the car's puttering. It's puttering to a stop. And I don't know what comes next. But Carlson admitting the obvious that the comments but Trump did this, taking out Soleimani. This is a war crime. No one talks about that. Trump did a lot of stuff that was reckless, and Republicans loved him. They loved him for the reckless actions he took. Why say something then, Tucker? Why are you waiting till now, till Biden's in office, to speak out about? Because look, man, it's like when Candace Owens was talking about Hitler was a great guy. Listen, I wasn't upset by that, because I understand that that's what I expect when he says Hitler was great for Germany. That's how Republicans think. They don't think about how other countries, we get clothes and food from other countries, and their economy is affected. They don't care about that. So if you don't care about the rest of the world, of course a dumb black girl would be talking about how, yeah, Hitler was a great guy for Germany. Yeah, and he got them into one of the worst man-made crises in human history. Yeah. If you don't believe in climate change, of course the discussion would be all right, America first. When it's 75 degrees in fucking January in upstate New York and South Carolina and North Carolina. Of course that'd be the discussion. Of course, because time's up. You've run out of arguments. You've run out of things to say. I knew when I was a kid, we always knew that climate change, we'd have to look at the people living on the equator. We'd have to look at those areas that live by the water. We have to look at the Pacific because those areas will be affected by climate change. I knew that when I was a teenager. We knew that. So if you don't believe in climate change, you don't care about it, you're like, fuck the rest of the world, of course the next phase would be America first. Because you can't care about the rest of the world. You understand? Every man walks a path. And if your path is one of denial and willful ignorance and just reckless indifference, if that's the way you're going to operate in politics and in your life, of reckless indifference to the care of others, then of course it'd be America first. I was like, if I go out here and I cause problems to everybody I live around, and I'm like, well, I don't care about anybody else. Yeah, because they don't like me. Of course. But I created an environment for them to not like me. It's amazing to me that I guess Republicans are just now figuring this kind of stuff out, that playing with fire and all that, it can backfire. I said it when Trump was in office. The statements he was making, the moves he was making would cost lives. A lot of them. And he knew it. I said that then. And it just, I don't know.